What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? How you feeling today, man?
I'm chilling, man. I am chilling. Nice
Yeah,
weather out here down here in Jacksonville. I'm good.
yeah. We were. The weather was kind of chilly the other day, and then it just kind of like it kind of sparked up. So um,
Hmm.
that's the thing you got to worry about with Florida weather. It'll be good for a second. Then next thing you know,
Yep.
it'll come out of nowhere and put you in a weird position. But we're gonna go ahead and drop the intro for the show, and then we'll go ahead and kick everything off. We'll be right back. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? This
What's good?
is the Comic Corner with Rashad, featuring my man Blue over here from Blue's House Live.
I'm back again, y'all.
Absolutely, man. When there are things to talk about, man, we got some time. Um, so, but yeah, like we were talking about the weather. But other than that, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Great, man. I'm great. I'm great. I'm great.
Appreciate that,
Great.
Keanu. That's good. That's good, man. I know, like we've been on kind of like a big like movie drought for a minute.
Yeah.
So I know that the new Leo, the Scorsese, just dropped.
What it
So
is? The flower moon or
some moon.
something like that.
It's a too long of a name to be
Yeah.
pronounced.
Remember? Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and start with that because Scorsese had some choice words for comic book movies. What's up, Shay? Um, so my man Scorsese said directors like Nolan, Christopher Nolan, and others are fighting back against the superhero genre. Now Scorsese's been having a lot to say like for a minute about like superhero films. So the crazy thing is he included Christopher Nolan, who is known for
Superhero film. Doing a
a
superhero
superhero
movie.
film. So it's just like,
A franchise.
yeah, arguably one of DC's best films. So
Yeah.
how does that even make sense? Like, does he have a point in certain like? Does he have a point?
No, you don't have a point. Um, superhero films aren't. I don't want to say new, but
Hmm.
the height of them where they're at right now was kind of new. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's no different than westerns or
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It's just a different
Yeah.
genre movie. I don't even know why there's a beef. Your movie can exist. You know, the stuff that you do can exist with. I don't even people. If people want to go see comic book movies, that don't mean they gonna stop seeing your fan. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not
Right.
taking no fans away. I don't
Right.
understand the beef.
Right. Right. Because what's my man James Cameron? He came out. He was having beef because um, Endgame
Mhm.
broke the record.
Right.
So he re-released Avatar to get the record back. And I was just like, bro, that's just petty.
That's
That's just,
petty,
that's
but you.
that's just
But at
petty.
least I think he, you know what I'm saying? That's just being petty though. That's not having the beef of my genre movies that I like to do versus, you know what I'm saying, this other shit.
Right.
Scorsese, you like to do you did mob films, dog. Like you did a whole, you know what I
And
mean?
he just dropped a film that's 3 hours and 20 minutes long, brother. What?
Right.
Why?
Didn't he just do that with the Irishman too, though? Wasn't that
I thought
Scorsese?
the Irishman was a good. It was a long film too.
That was long. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't know what it
oh,
is about making these 2+ hour movies. I just be
that's
like,
what he
hey,
do
bro.
though. That's what he do. Casino was like that,
Hmm.
you know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, your films is all the same for the most part as
Hmm.
well.
Right.
You
Yeah.
have a genre, they got a
I,
genre.
I think a lot of it is, man. I think companies have found a niche, and people are upset that they can't. Like, it's like it's like when people get on there and like they get mad at people for doing the TikTok dances.
Right.
Now, are you mad because they doing the TikTok dances, or are you mad because you can't do the TikTok
You can't
dance,
do the
but
dance,
you
right?
want to do the TikTok dance?
Yeah,
So
Scorsese
it's
won a
like
$1 billion film.
that's it. That's what he
He won a
want.
$1 billion film.
And I mean, as a film student, bro, like I get it, but at the same time, like it's not really that big of a deal, man. Like your movie don't have to make a billy, dog. It really
Cause
don't.
you success, you Martin Scorsese, man. You are success. You the epitome. You know, a lot of people come out. They when directors' names are brought up, you in the mix.
All
So
right.
I don't even know why you worrying about some shit that might not even be here in the next 10 years. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like
facts. That's
you're
facts.
the type of films that he does, or that genre. I don't even want to call it genre. Just shooting a movie, because all he does is movies. It's not a superhero movie, because he can come out and
Yeah,
do a superhero movie if he wanted to.
he
Now shit
could.
might be 3 hours long, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but he can do that if he wanted to. And
It's
it'd
gonna have to.
be
It's
a
gonna have
Martin
to start
Scorsese
Leo.
film.
Leo
It'll
gonna
be
have to be
Leo,
in
right?
there.
Leo will be in it or whatever, but I just don't understand the beef. And even the way he tried to explain it, shit don't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. Because why would you include Christopher Nolan? I guess he forgot that Christopher Nolan did the Dark Knight trilogy.
I
Because
guess
it's just like,
I don't
man,
I
come
don't
on, bro.
because I guess he's looking at Christopher Nolan like, because he's a real film, well, let me not say real filmmaker. He's a director. He's a director's director. I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But like you said, he did Batman, and if it was up to him, he probably would have done some more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
If
just
he could have kept the crew together, they
right.
kind of
He didn't
ended
get
it, you
around
know.
to it. So shit,
But
Scorsese.
that's what happens when you only pick one comic book uh run to
Scorsese, throw
follow.
your hat in the ring. Throw your hat in the arena, man.
Might as well, man. I'll
Go
watch it.
revive DC. Go get them right.
Somebody got to do
Or
it. So
go do something independent. Go do Spawn or Philadelphia.
hey,
Go, you know what I'm saying? Go
hey,
do something like that.
I would watch a Scorsese Spawn film, man.
Yeah, go do something
I will
independent.
watch a Scorsese Spawn film.
Matter of
Um,
fact, that will work.
yeah,
That'll
yeah,
work.
yeah. Speaking of DC, so James Gunn is taking over, right?
Yep.
But his first film doesn't come out till 2025.
Yep. I
Think
call
it's too
him the
little,
big
too late.
sabotage, the big saboteur. That's what I think his whole thing is. I'm here to sabotage DC right now. That's
He
his
got.
shit.
I mean, because it's wild that you're starting everything off of Superman,
Mhm.
because that's what we want, another Superman movie. So this will be
Right.
the fourth person playing Superman.
Something like that. Something like
I
that.
think so. I think so. On the big screen.
It's on the big screen. Yeah,
I
it'll
think it's four.
be Reeves, Roth, um, Cavill, and yeah, this will be the fourth one.
Okay. Well, if you're not counting,
Who
well,
that?
that would be Supergirl. So what was it? That was
With,
Supergirl
with what? With what?
in the Flash movie. That was
Yeah, that was
Kira.
Supergirl.
That was
That was
Supergirl.
Supergirl. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
But
but
she don't count as Superman though. That's Supergirl.
that's what I'm saying. But it'll be the
Yeah.
first part. It'll be the oh well, nah, because you got to count Nicolas Cage when he was in the movie.
Right. Right.
That movie.
There was a lot going on in that movie.
That movie. That, the ending gave me a headache. This is just like why? Why? I mean, the whole movie was trash, but the ending gave me a
Mm,
headache. But so his first movie is gonna be a Superman movie that's in 2025.
right.
Is it too little, too late for DC?
Nah, it ain't too little, too late. It's they should have scrapped everything and struck while Marvel was down. They should have been plotting their, you know what I'm saying, their ascent, but
Yeah,
they didn't.
yeah, and
And
I think that's gonna hurt him.
yeah, no, it is, because now Marvel is trying to come back on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to come back on the rise. Both of y'all are really gonna compete, and I don't think, you know what I'm saying. I hate to
Yeah,
say there can only be one on some Highlander type shit, but it's damn near that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's damn near there can only be one.
Unfortunately, with like the superhero genre itself, you have that separation. Like me personally, I just want to see superhero films win, because it's
Right.
dope to see, like, your characters come to life and you
Mm-hmm.
know transition onto the big screen. Like I think you were on the show when I was talking about the first time I saw like Black Panther on the screen. in
Right.
Civil War, man. I like, yo, when the
Yeah.
movie coming out, like when the movie coming out. So I think I think a lot of times that has gotten away from like the filmmaking that is right now because you don't have that oomph of characters that are flowing out that people want to see. Like you got like what's up next for
You got the
Marvel
Marvels coming.
Marvels. The
Um,
Marvels. Then you got for DC you got Aquaman.
Aquaman. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got two movies that nobody really cares for. Nobody's don't really they people probably go see Aquaman just because Jason Momoa in it. Um, you have little
It's the play. So okay. So the big buzz lately has been I forgot what the name of the book is, but the book, with Marvel and everything,
mhm,
and everything that the author said in that book, where she said basically what I got from it was everything that happened on accident,
mhm,
or the good shit that we got from it was because that person or those people actually knew the content.
right.
We wouldn't even have got Thanos if it wasn't for Joss Whedon. He threw that
E-
in there.
Even though
No,
yeah,
look, Josh Whedon. He did DC dirty,
he
but
did.
he he
But
gave us the
also,
Invincible.
I mean, I'll give Josh this credit. He came in, and I think to a dumpster fight when like
Over at
when
DC.
when um when um when Zach had to
Was that?
leave.
Yeah,
I think Josh get a lot of slack because everybody was like, "Oh, the Snyder Cut, release the Snyder Cut." Zach had a chance to look at everything and then change stuff.
yeah. They shouldn't have called him in. That I
Yeah.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, the two styles didn't fit. So that's
Oh
like,
no. It was a
you know what
bright.
I'm
It was
saying. So
you can tell the tone difference.
yeah, you can't get somebody like Josh Whedon to come in and patch up some shit that Zack Snyder did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
It ain't gonna look good.
getting Tyler Perry to come and do that when Spike Lee walk away or something like that. That you see what I'm saying?
I
It's
don't
just
need to see
two
that movie.
two contrasting styles. So if
Right.
anything, they should have just let him kind of do his own. You know what I'm saying? They should have scrapped it, and
I
let
would
him
say
do
so.
his own movie.
I would say
Maybe
so.
you know.
Yeah. And then like like just the reshoots and then the whole Henry
Yeah,
Cavill mustache thing was
yeah.
stupid. Um, but
I think he
also
was doing
like
that Mission Impossible at that time.
yeah, but also like the movies just started to fall off after that. Like because you had Wonder Woman and Aquaman
Hmm.
came out with bangers. Um, although I would say that Aquaman benefited from Black Panther. I'm not even gonna hold you. I
Okay,
think it did. I
okay.
think it. I think like when at the time when it came out, like the way that they injected the Samoan heritage into the movie, it
Right.
made it feel like that Black Panther release where it was just an extravaganza everywhere.
No, I
Like,
believe. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. So, there's a way they use that diversity or whatever you want to call it. They
mhm,
used it correctly.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I don't have no issues with that.
I don't think it was a great movie. Uh,
It is what the thing with Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Um, a lot of people like to say that DC had bad movies. Superman came out, damn near did 700 something million. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Well, no, I'm sorry, damn near did 800 something million. Um, BVS came out, damn near did 700 something million. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So these movies made money. They turned over money, but they were critically paying, especially BVS. BVS critically paying. That
I,
that last that
I
third act of BVS was bad. I give them that.
I ain't gonna lie. My review on it wasn't good.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
But I myself I enjoyed. I like because I went to the movie to see it, but the BVS the director's cut was way better. It
Mhm,
explained, you know what I'm saying, it explained things a little bit better. It was more precise and clear. But then you get into Justice League, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, things like that. We only gonna speak about Wonder Woman 84.
yeah, nah.
You know,
I'll give you this that warehouse fight scene
That's
in
my shit.
BVS
Yeah,
is probably one of the greatest fight scenes you'll ever see in a
yeah.
superhero movie.
Nah, that's he. Well, I mean, he's my favorite Batman. So that's my favorite Batman.
Over Keaton?
Yeah. Over who?
Keaton.
I don't like to include him because we hadn't had enough. That's like Tobey Maguire. I don't include Tobey Maguire neither because they're the first. You know what I'm saying? Like since they're the first, I'ma always hold them to this high. Like let's say we get another Black Panther, and then we get another Black Panther. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully.
In the next 10, like Chad always gonna be the man. He
Yeah.
always gonna be the man. So
Yeah.
he is immortalized. Keaton is immortalized, and back then, 89, when that shit came out, they couldn't do Batman the way that they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they wanted Batman to be way, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, you also had Tim Burton, crazy
Right,
stuff, trying to do something. It just,
so
it was gonna be wild.
I just separate him from everything else. But now
And
I like the
Joel Schumacher out here showing
Joel
off crotches
Schumacher.
and butts. Like,
nipples and things like that.
bro,
Yeah.
what are you doing? What kind of
That's
movie
Joel
is this?
Schumacher, man.
It's spicy, boy.
Yeah.
Spicy. But yeah, I agree with you on the films weren't theatrically as bad as people made them.
Right.
But it was, I think what it was they were watching based off of what Marvel was doing at the time. So it was like, yo, y'all got basically the figureheads of superhero comic books in Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, and y'all couldn't crack a Billy.
Yeah, I don't. But see, let's go back during that time period. Superman came on with that 2006, right?
I believe so.
Let me hold on. I could be totally off. Let me. Or Man of Steel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't care for the Dark Superman. Superman ain't supposed to be snapping no.
Oh, I'm way off. 2013. I'm sorry. I'm way off. 2013. I think the other Superman was 2006. Superman Return.
Yeah.
2013. Man of Steel came out. Okay. What Marvel movie was out?
That had to be Avengers, right?
Let me see.
13, because Iron Man was 07.
Avengers came out in 12, right?
Okay.
2012 when Avengers came out. Leading up to Avengers, remember Iron Man only did 300. Like these movies wasn't doing a lot of money up until this Avengers movie.
Right.
So the competition was on DC's favor. In my opinion, it was on DC's favor. Like you said, you got the biggest superheroes in comic book history, other than Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Batman, Superman. So I agree with those saying, okay, we got the Avengers, Justice League come out. Why we ain't crackability? But we know why we ain't crackability. Everything that I heard about what was going on in Warner Brothers at the time was they was fighting Zack. They wasn't letting him come out. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't letting him do the things that he needed to do to make a good story.
Well, he wanted to make the movie 4 hours.
I mean, but that's I'm gonna tell you,
they were
is that not every director that go in and you know what I'm saying?
For the most part.
Come on now. For the every director got 4 hours worth of movie that they then they gotta cut it down.
Some got 5.
Some got 5. And they gotta cut it down. So I'm not worried. Sometimes you need that 4 so I can cut the fat. I gotta cut the fat. I'd rather cut than have, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather have too much than too little.
It should have been a lot more fat cut out of that movie.
Out of which one?
So
BVS?
Yeah. Because
I think not
that Wonder Woman bank scene. Just I don't know. It felt like a lot of it felt off, man. Like I don't like the way that they made Batman look in this.
What you mean?
He looked old and chubby, and slow.
Nah, he looked like Frank Miller's Batman. That's what he looked like. Yeah, he looked like the fascist ass Batman that Batman is in Frank Miller. That's what he looked like. He was like a cross between Frank Miller, Frank Miller's Batman, and who did the other Batman? Who was shit? I can't even think of who the artist was who drew him. Hell, kind of Jim Lee. I give it Jim Lee. Kind of look like Jim Lee's Batman a little bit also.
I can see
Just
that.
a little bit of Jim Lee in there.
Little heavier Batman. I get it. I mean, I would say this.
But to me, that's not to cut you off.
Ben
That's
wasn't
realistic.
as bad as I thought. It is. Ben wasn't as bad as I thought. It was something about the movies, man. I got tired of seeing Batman parents die again. The Flash, like Ezra Miller, just annoyed me, like from the jump.
I think he annoyed everybody.
I really don't think Gal Gadot is that great of an actress.
No, she's not. But she killed. To me, I think she killed Wonder Woman.
The first one.
Yeah, I think she killed Wonder Woman.
And then Jason Momoa's take on Aquaman just seems a little rock starish, not necessarily like how Aquaman like.
Right.
So I think a lot of people when they look at Aquaman, they look at that 1980s Super Friends, like Justice League Aquaman. Like, no, Aquaman is a beast.
Yeah,
like he is as strong as Superman in the water. Yeah. So like I don't really think like that part even got portrayed in like the movie. So it's just like that's kind of what
I mean, he was like, taking some damage. He took some damage that would take out, you know what I'm saying, right? Him and Wonder Woman was on par. In the Snyderverse. Him and Wonder Woman was on par. I think
she could fly in one movie and not the other.
And not the other, true. But I think they OP'd Superman.
Always.
But you know what I'm saying? Always. Which is fine. I don't mind him being OP, but they didn't give him no kind of weakness other than the bullshit doomsday kryptonite shit. You know what I'm saying? So and he didn't even really have that conflict of I'm a human and I gotta save people. You know what I'm saying? Everything else be damned. We gotta make sure the Boy Scout was gone. That's what I didn't like about Henry Cavill Superman. The Boy Scout was gone. So
yeah.
It's like they put a lot of Batman in him.
I think because Batman just has more personality when it comes to the movies than Superman.
I guess. But Christopher Reeve's Superman had personality, right? So make him the goof that instead of trying to make him this world traveler, I'm trying to find myself brooding out in the
just big beef.
Yeah, make him the goofball that he is. He a goofball.
I was like, what movie is this? This is Superman.
He ain't want to save his daddy. His daddy told him no. I would have. It's a tornado.
Faster than the speeding bullet.
Dad, what is going on? We don't want nobody to know that. Nah, dog. I'm saving you, bro. Like Pops, I don't even care that they see me saving you. I'm saving you. We'll deal with that shit later. You know what I'm saying?
I think like that's what made me so mad about the movie. It was just certain things. I was like, this is not Superman, dog. This is not Superman. But yeah, it's just certain things that has me a little worried about James Gunn taking over. And it's just a reinvention of characters. Like how many times are we gonna start from ground zero and not move? And you only focusing on certain characters. Like you finally started getting around to your other characters in Blue Beetle, but then you stopped. Like you had a Superwoman movie, but you canned that.
Well, let me ask you this: if you were to take over a failing franchise, what would you do? Like, would you? Because I don't want to say he's getting a bad rap. My main disdain when it comes to him is him not just just going blank for like a year, 2 years. And you know what I'm saying? Like if I would have took over, I'd be like, okay, Aquaman ain't coming out, Black Adam ain't coming, like all of these aren't coming out. Because I want to, you know what I'm saying?
They're not gonna make money.
Not right. They're not gonna make money. And let me put my stamp on it. Right? Since I'm taking over, all right, you're not coming out right now. Let's move you. Let's see what we can do to fit you into the world that I'm about to create. You know what I'm saying? That way.
Because you lost those actors.
Yeah, you lost them. Not only that, you lost your audience too.
You did.
That's a, actors be damn. I can get new actors. It's hard to get new audience to show up. It's hard to get the audience. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
think that's what Marvel's going through right now. Like they're slowly losing their audience. Because it used to be where, like, while the Marvel movie trope, the big CGI fest at the end was always a thing.
yep.
The stories used to at least be good. Like
Be
you
good,
knew that third
right.
act was gonna be trash, but like the they don't do it good on their TV shows, and they don't do it good on it. Like I was looking at Loki the other day, and it was just like I'm still not in it yet. Like the first one, I was in it like every episode. Like this one, I'm just like,
yeah. I just watched the third episode. I'm not. I'm in it. I'm trying to pick. You know, me and Dre had a conversation about it on Monday. And I'm trying to piece things together. The talking points, like that first season, the talking points was there. Like we was talking every week. This is the burn is kind of slow.
Yeah.
And I got that from Secret Invasion. The burn was slow to me.
On something that should have been a slow burn.
What, Secret Invasion?
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a slow burn.
No, it shouldn't have been a slow burn. That shit should have been hit you in your face. Bow. You know what I'm saying? It should have been
like,
left or right.
Whoa. What happened?
Yeah, it should have been all of that. But like I said, if you go back and you listen to the interview of the lady who wrote that book about Marvel, she giving you the reason why shit is bad. Yeah. Because there was, for the shows, there ain't no showrunners. You know what I'm saying? It's just go get these people who don't know shit about the characters. Let them do something because they the hotness right now. You know what I'm saying? Go and get them.
They got Chloe Zhao, and that was just like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
She read a comic book.
So you getting all of these non-creative people. Then you killed off Tony Stark, Scarlett Johansson, like your stars. You know what I'm saying? Chris Evans is gone. T'Challa gone. So you don't have no. And like I told Dre, I said Captain Marvel, the first one, worked because the way they presented it.
It was sandwiched in between two good movies.
Right. It was the way it was. And I don't necessarily think it's a bad movie. You go back and watch.
It's not a $1 billion movie.
Right.
Though.
It's not $1 billion. Right. I mean the hype, but that's what you're supposed to do. Hey, we got a movie that's lacking. You know what I'm saying? How can we get this movie over there? Okay.
They market that perfectly.
Right. Now, I'm like, this movie might be better than the first one, but it's gonna do worse because it's out on the island. This shit is out on Revis Island right now. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing leading up to it. No fan excitement. No expectation. Nothing after it. Like, so what's, you know what I'm saying? What's going? And the strike. So these three women, they not even getting the chance to promote the film. So you're finna have a film come out, possibly have a financial failure and flop. Women ain't even get these ladies didn't even get the chance and the opportunity to go out and promote and talk about maybe how good this movie is, to even get a couple of extra butts in the seat. So this movie, it's like it's a lose-lose all across the board.
Yeah.
It's bad. To me, it's bad.
And it's just, I feel like those two films especially should be scrapped right now, because I don't even think Marvel knows where they're going. Like I don't think Marvel has a direction on where they want to go. Like everybody's saying Secret Wars, everybody's saying Armor Wars, everybody's saying they're gonna be looking at this, and then we still got Kane, who's out in limbo.
Right. No, they don't know. But that's the reason why you're getting this. You know, you're hearing the talks of the soft reboot. You're hearing Feige going back. All of these shows and shit that's been scrapped, he had to scrap it because he kicked everybody out. All the bullshit that happened, he probably went. I'm gonna tell you this, Feige, and this is why I put everything at Feige's feet. What happened? What we just got all this bullshit? Either he didn't watch it or didn't want to watch it, but somebody sat him down and said, "Man, look at this bullshit right here."
Hey, dog, Daredevil.
Right. Nah, we're not doing that. He went back and watched She-Hulk. He went back and watched Eternals. He went back and watched all that shit.
He said,
Echo. Echo. What? Why is Echo getting? You know what I'm saying?
Why are we doing this again?
He said, no,
He said, "Oh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Okay, we ain't doing that."
Mm-mm. And I'm like, y'all need to change up directions. Everybody talk about Avengers, Kang Dynasty, and Secret Wars. Fuck all that. Y'all give us something to. Don't try
Build
to
them.
tell me about what's going on in 10 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Build me up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time that movie come out, it's gonna be one person in that movie theater watching the movie. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's gonna be one.
Because they don't have no direction, man.
No direction.
It's really like it used to be world building, man. Like, and it used to be all connective tissue. Like now you don't have that connective tissue anymore, which you still could have because you still got Sam Jackson around. So you still have the ability to connect all these people together, but you choosing not to. Like
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you have an established character in Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
So he's an established character. He can connect every single. Like I don't think people will understand like how Doctor Strange is really like connecting, can
Everybody.
connect everybody.
Right.
Um, and then you can introduce like characters in like the different movies. Like you can introduce a Brother Voodoo, like if you wanted
Mm-hmm.
to. You can introduce like you introduced America Chavez, and now what?
Right. You gotta use these people. That's the thing. Ironheart, which I don't even know why she was in that movie, but if you done introduced her now, you have to
Sure,
use her. You
sure.
gotta make the payoff gotta happen. You know what I'm saying? Payoff gotta
Why
happen.
was she in the movie again?
She was the MacGuffin, I guess, even though she didn't need to be, she didn't even need to be there.
But he could. You know what? Okay.
Right. We instead of looking for we looking for the scientists. Like, why? Why y'all need her?
You
Well, she
know,
built the machine. Yeah, but they got all the blueprints and shit. They just gonna build it over if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't whatever, man. But that movie was horribly written. I got so much slack for that. I was like, this got to be one of the most poorly written Marvel movies I've seen in a long time.
it's up there. It's up there because it's just a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. Like,
Poorly written. But yeah, they gotta start building back up. Like you said, give
mhm.
me you got Carol. You should still have T'Challa. I don't know why y'all killed him off, and that was y'all guy. If y'all getting rid of Captain America and Iron Man, that was the guy to lead into the future.
Absolutely. What's your question? What's your question? Um, yeah, I mean, of course, he's a connective tissue because he's still in
Mm-hmm.
all of the major stories like that you have. How does
Right.
Doctor Strange connect them all? It's really the same way that how Tony Stark connected everything. It's just a main character that people know in the face they see that can run into all of them
Right.
into all of the other different like superheroes. Like he has stories with all of the other superheroes. The Fantastic Four with T'Challa, with Doctor Doom. Like him and Doctor Doom, like basically have a whole story run together about them going to hell
Mm-hmm.
to get his mom. So
Right.
you know they are banking off Loki, and I hope, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that it pick up because where
It
it's at right now,
Loki gonna end up biting him in the ass. I'm just letting you know.
it's not.
It's gonna end up being a good show, but this show don't hold no weight really.
Mm,
Because we trying to lead the Kang. And to me, this is really isn't the way you want to lead to Kang. Kang should just show up out of no fucking where and
but
just
you're making him weak.
right. But that's what I'm saying. He shouldn't even be dealing with Loki. Kang should be this anomaly. He just show up from the year whatever because he know that if I stop, I don't know, Doctor Strange, or if I stop this person, then I'm golden in the year 3025. I'm good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But we've already seen Kane defeated.
Defeated.
So why are we
Right.
worried about him and Loki? We're not scared of Kane. Now, the
Nope.
way that you did him in the first season of Loki before you introduced him in Ant-Man and the Wasp, that Kane was a little different because you was like, okay, what are you about to do? Then you kill him off and make him look like, so if he was that, I don't know. So Nathaniel Richards, right?
Yeah,
That's a version of Kang.
that's who Kang is. The thing, yeah,
Right. So we have all these different variations of Kang. You only see about three of them,
right.
three, four of
Mm-hmm.
them. But yet they want to talk about this Kang Dynasty thing. I don't care about that, bro.
Right. It's
Like if you're gonna talk about the Kang and Iron Lad story in Kang Dynasty, okay, cool, got you. But
this is I'm gonna tell you this. This is what if they wanted to introduce Kang the right way, they could have gave us a two for one. Fantastic Four Kang. Since Fantastic Four in here and they talking about sending them to the past anyway, they ended up in ancient Egypt. Just like in the in
mm-hmm,
the in the story with motherfucker Ramatut. They stopped Ramatut from doing what he's doing. Hell, they could have gave us three for one, really. Apocalypse is there, Kang
mm-hmm,
is there, Fantastic Four is there, right?
mm-hmm,
Now that would introduce your new real phase because the next phase shouldn't be the fucking Kang dynasty. If you want Kang to be a bad guy popping up in these different timeline or not
but
timeline, these
who's
different eras,
who's going against him? If you
right?
doing it, if you're doing that phase, who's going against him? Because
Well, no,
you
because
shown nobody connected right now. Everybody's just where
talking
they
about
at
what
in
I
their
just
own
brought
story.
up.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like right now, like yeah,
Oh
that would be
yeah.
dope to introduce Kang in that aspect.
Mhm.
But who's going against Kang unless you introduce Fantastic Four?
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So right, Fantastic Four, Kang, they do what they got to do to stop him. Kang evades them, gets away, ends up in time. We don't know where he's at in time now.
Mm-hmm,
Now you can have him. He could be the damn connective tissue. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he's
mm-hmm,
showing up in uh this timeline or during this time. He's showing up in the future. He come back from the future. Damn, that was a Kang. You know what I'm saying? Now
mm-hmm,
that's kind of connecting shit, building up shit, telling the story, a secondary story that's going on while also doing Fantastic Four or X-Men or whatever. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? To really get the ball rolling. Because like you
Right.
said, you got who cares? Kang Dynasty for what? What dynasty is he doing? Like he just got defeated by some ants. We just saw this shit. Y'all just made him the weakest villain in all of Marvel villainry. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not Kang. I mean, I'm Kang gang. I want to see Kang do some shit, but at the end of the day, what is he doing? He ain't got
You
no chair. He ain't no. You know what I'm saying? Like he
no
ain't got
no
the gun
nothing
that zap your willpower from you. He ain't got none of that shit.
nothing. Do you remember back years ago, Fantastic Four with Lawrence Fishburne is Silver Surfer.
Lawrence Fishburne was Silver Surfer.
He voiced him. He voiced Silver Surfer.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, wait, hold
Yeah,
on. Nah, that
yeah.
was
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. Okay,
they put a Darth Vader.
okay,
But
yeah,
so in that movie, they had Galactus in it, right? It
right.
was a cloud.
The Cloud. Mm-hmm.
Then they pulled some the Doctor Strange like the time loop thing almost with Silver Surfer. I don't understand how I don't know if like anybody ever read it before, but Galactus took away Silver Surfer's heraldness. So the way that they had it, it was like they had Silver Surfer defeat Galactus, and I was like,
Yeah. What
hmm,
the crazy thing about Silver Surfer is he gets for I don't know how it is because I'm with you. Even when if you read the Silver Surfer, he gets to keep the power cosmic for some reason though. Even when he's
he
not
does,
Galactus's hero, he gets
he
to keep
does,
the power cosmic.
he does.
And Galactus will show up with Firestar and Terrax and all these other heroes, and Silver Surfer be fighting them all. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why you won't just take this man's power? It's something that keeps the Surfer with his. I don't know what it is. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Because he's supposed to not be able to use his board after he take the power. But
Right. Right. But I don't know. I don't. I would have to go in and do a little bit more digging. But even to Marvel just don't. I'm gonna just say it. Marvel don't know what they're doing.
They don't. Nobody's ever read
They
on.
don't
He's
know what
gonna
they're
have to
doing.
knock off a lot of heroes to bring back the Mystique. He is like for me to take Kang seriously. He gonna have to do like some choke out Loki, beat up. Oh,
But see,
like something gotta
Kang,
happen.
Kang, I'm not gonna say Kang ain't murderous, but Kang is one of the smartest people in the Marvel universe, and
Hmm.
his whole thing, I know for this last little run is I don't want to call it obsessed, but him and Doctor Doom, he's
Hmm.
obsessed with being better than Doctor Doom.
It ain't gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying? His whole thing, he said, that ain't gonna
It
happen.
ain't gonna.
But that's his whole niche is, nah, man, Doctor Doom ain't finna outdo me, because Doctor Doom already invented time travel.
Hmm. Hmm. That's who need to be the next big bad, though. If you want to work up to the next big bad, and you want to talk about like a villain that that
Yep.
that really don't care, like I think the worst thing they ever did was gave Thanos a reason behind the universe thing, wanting to snap half of the people away. I think the worst thing they ever did was not make Thanos the menacing villain that he
He should have
actually
just been.
is.
He should have been a psychopath.
Like
He
they,
should have been a psychopath that he is. Yeah.
so I will say when they brought him back in Endgame,
Mm.
that Thanos, that was like, I hope they remember who you are.
Right. Nah, he had some
That
cool ass lines.
that Thanos, that Thanos that was like, I'm about to destroy everything on
Right.
this planet.
He had some cool ass, not because he was like, so I did win, but it seems like I didn't win enough. So I got to get rid of everybody,
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
don't nobody remember shit, nothing.
That
Nah,
should have been that should
but
have been the original
even
Thanos.
that wasn't Thanos.
Nah, wasn't.
They Disney, you know what I'm saying? For them, they Disneyfied Thanos. And that's
Nah.
why I kind of hate that Thanos was the first big bad.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of hate he was the first big bad.
It should have been
Um,
Ultron.
yeah, thank you.
It should have been
When
Ultron.
when they did Age of Ultron, I was like, okay, maybe with but then
It
they
was.
made Tony Stark the guy who brought, I'm like, damn, y'all just want Tony to I get it. He's y'all guy, but Tony
He,
didn't make Ultron.
he's not that guy. That is,
He didn't make Ultron.
and I guess they couldn't do the Hank Pym part of it because but they had Ant-Man at the time, but I guess they
They
didn't
could
want
have
to
did
use it,
Hank.
so
They could have did Hank Pym, man. They
they
just
could have.
they just weren't creative. Well, let me not, because that was that Josh Whedon. Yeah, that was Josh Whedon too. Um,
Hmm.
and Josh he could write his ass off. Like when he reintroduced the X-Men, even though they was in them ugly ass uniforms. I thought that was a dope ass run though. That Josh
Hmm.
Whedon run was a dope run. That was a good
Yeah,
run.
yeah.
So he can write.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe that was Marvel though. Maybe they was like, no, you can't use him yet.
I it's just if you going so there's a lot of different parts in the Infinity War, like Infinity like saga period that they just missed out on. Like you missed out on introducing a character like Adam Warlock, Space
Mm,
Jesus,
Space
like
Jesus.
like Space Jesus, and you missed out on him. Like you missed out on a better characteristic for Nebula other than this angry sister
Right.
who is not even her sister. But whatever. Um, the amount of characters that you could have introduced into Infinity War, you had the ability to do so, but you chose to do it in Endgame. Um, but you did it in a way where it felt like a big MacGuffin. Like it just really felt like they were just moving towards something just to be an end. Like they didn't
That's why
think. I don't.
you gotta go watch that interview, man. She said they introduced Thanos, and then it was like, oh shit, we got the Infinity Stones. That's so now they started going after the Infinity Stones. That was all like happenstance. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like they just after
Time
watching
travel.
that shit, yeah. After watching that shit and reading the interview, all of that first phase, 1, 2, and 3, that was all accident. It wasn't no design. That shit wasn't design. That shit was accident. If you didn't have Joss Whedon, if you didn't have the Russos, you wouldn't have had none of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have had none of that shit. It
Mm-hmm.
would have just been Iron Man. You know, the first Iron Man was a good movie.
They could have kept the other two.
I really hated the third one. That third one I really hated.
Yeah.
I did not like that third one. I don't know, because I ain't never really been a fan of Iron Man, but when that Extremis was introduced in the comics, I started reading a little bit more because I thought that was just a dope ass idea. And the way they brought that to life was horrible. I was like, oh, this is nasty. Captain America, I thought the way they introduced Captain America in the first Avenger was dope.
Yeah.
Then to me, Captain,
He did have the best
his movies
trilogies.
out, that's it. Trilogies. You ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Like
he had the best trilogies. It's not even close.
Captain
the first one wasn't great, but
it wasn't great. I just liked the introduction. I thought that was how else do you introduce Captain America?
Right.
That's the perfect way. Like I'm with you. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great film. It was slow at times, but once he thawed out, he thawed out. You know what I'm saying? He hit the ground running.
Yeah, them other two movies hit hard. Quick fix. Have Doctor Strange show a reality where World War Hulk started and Thor turns into a savage. I mean, if you really want to say something crazy, World War Hulk will tear something up. Like you missed that. You missed it though. You missed that because you put it into a Thor movie because you wanted to interject, like supercharge that movie. Now, I had talked to somebody about this before, and I said the only reason why Thor 3 is looked at as a great movie is because of the fact that you have the Hulk in that movie.
Yeah, I agree.
And you have something close to World War Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Close, not. It's
well, you got Thor. A lot of what people don't understand. Thor is OP. Thor is Marvel Superman. I know a lot of people like, Thor is Marvel Superman. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the Hulk. The Hulk is just the Hulk. You got them two actually can fight. The whole thing about Superman is he never has a villain that can go toe to toe with him. You know what I'm saying? So in Thor 3, you got these two OP beings being able to go toe to toe with each other, which was dope. You got this, and you got to see it in a gladiator, like you know what I'm saying, sense. So that was dope. And then the introduction to Hella, you know what I'm saying? Even that was dope. Like they they pulled a lot out of their ass with that one. They did.
Right.
They pulled a lot of their ass with that one.
And then they did
do everything else in the shitter with that force. Straight in the toilet.
Like just ruined the character and Gore the God Butcher.
Oh man.
Like,
but I knew that was gonna happen.
I will say this. When it came to like Gore the God Butcher, the character was played amazingly well.
To me, they wasted it. No, he was, but they wasted it.
The character was played well, but they wasted every.
They wasted the actor because you saying, you know what I'm saying, they wasted the actor.
Right.
But you got Christian Bale who's known to change his appearance and do all types of stuff to play different roles, and then you say, oh no, we wanted to show his face. Christian Bale, this dude was Batman. He had a mask on the whole fucking movie. This dude played Dick Cheney, where he had to put on prosthetics and a fat gut and all that. You know what I'm saying? He lost weight to be in The Machinist. He did. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
The boxing movie, The Fighter.
The Fighter. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude would do whatever he needs to be done to bring the character to life. Why not do the alien look? That's what you needed for this. You needed the alien demon type look. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't get it. Didn't get it.
Yeah, it really should have been a better movie than it was. And then you introduced Zeus and Hercules and all that.
This should have been a trilogy within itself. This should have started Thor's new trilogy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And
especially since we're doing multiverse and time travel. Gore's story was about different time periods in Thor's life. You had three Thors. Present day Thor, you had a young Thor, and you had God King Thor. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't know about you, but I don't remember seeing any of the guys get butchered.
Right, and you didn't get none of that shit.
So it was
No,
just
what we
like,
got? One guy that got murked off.
yeah,
One,
the first one,
the first
that
one
was
by
it.
accident, basically.
Yeah,
I
that was
guess
it.
I kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that was it. So there's a rumor going around that Taylor Swift is going to be Dazzler in
I
the
don't know
new
about
Deadpool.
Deadpool. I don't know about her acting chops. If it is, I wonder if it'd be like, was it? Because didn't somebody play Dazzler in
I don't think they called her that.
the Phoenix this last X-Men movie?
No, it was I think it was X-Men. X-Men, was it X-Men First Class?
Shit, I don't know.
It might have been the Dark Phoenix. I try not to remember that movie, so forgive
Yeah,
me.
that. Yeah, but like I said last time, it was a quick kill. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It wasn't a long movie. You sat down, died, and got up. All right, well, I'm glad that's over with. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been Age of Apocalypse, which was a slow death. That shit was bad.
so if you had okay, which is worse to you though? The Dark Phoenix or X-Men: The Last Stand?
Oh shit. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, both the same premise.
Mm.
They can't do a Dark Phoenix movie. It just doesn't work for them.
I'm gonna go Last Stand.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Now
Last Stand
you picking to watch that one, or you picking to get rid of that
to get rid of.
one? Okay.
And this is the reason why. It was so many characters in there that they fucked up. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was just they pulled every character that they could and obliterated them. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty
Like then,
much.
so that's why I give it with, like I said, X-Men Dark Phoenix. You had the core X-Men and whatever new character that they brought
The
in. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know
aliens,
what that was
something.
about. And that was it.
It looked like the girl from Harry Potter. That's why every
Right.
time I look at it, I'm like,
Yeah, nah,
that
but you know what I'm
mother.
saying? To me, that was they didn't mess. I mean, it was already messed up, and they just continued from the fuck up that they did with the Age of Apocalypse. That's all. And you could tell Jennifer, what's her name? Jennifer, what's her name? J Law, the one who played Mystique. What's her last name?
Yeah,
I can't even
Jennifer
think of her
Lawrence.
last name right
Jennifer
now.
Lawrence.
Lawrence, Jennifer Lawrence. You can
Yeah.
tell she wasn't even there. She was done.
She shouldn't have been there. She shouldn't have been Mystique.
Yeah, true. She was done.
Because
You could just tell she was done being painted. She was done with it. Man, we're doing all right. Let's how many scenes I gotta be in? Let me yes, Jennifer. Can you kill me in the beginning of Act 2 so I can just get the fuck up out of here?
yeah, I'm done. I ain't
I'm
got no
done.
more. I ain't got no more Mystique. I'm
No,
out.
she
I'm out of
ain't
here.
even all they did was her face, and then she wore the damn jacket and shit. Like
Yeah,
you could just tell
yeah.
she was done.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it to my neck right here.
That's it.
Just zip me up.
That's it.
Zip me up. Don't
But
do the full body.
so yeah, but they're both equally bad. What not? Like I can't say that. Can't say that because it was some Magneto had some dope. It was a dope scene in there with Magneto. I like the what it was when they killed his daughter. He showed and he came in the town and he killed the townspeople. Like that was dope. That was a dope scene. Um, you know what I need Marvel to do? I need Marvel to quit bullshitting and make Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch mutants again. You know what I'm saying? Make them really be Magneto's children.
Because then you get a chance for the House of M.
Right. So we can get some real story going.
One of the most messed up comic runs.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, boy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nah, that was shit. House of M was dope.
It was. It was, but
That was dope.
Scarlet Witch is.
Oh no, she was fucked up in the head.
She said, oh, you killed my brother.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
No more.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
Now
Don't even worry about it.
I like the scene that to me my favorite scene was it wasn't even like no action scene. It was just all of them together saying we need to kill this bitch. That was, you know what I'm saying? When Professor X was like, hold on, man, she out of control. We need to get rid of, and Spider-Man was like the first one to be like, yeah, we need to get rid of this bitch.
She gotta go.
And you know it's bad if Spider-Man saying she gotta go.
Cause
You know it's bad.
he ain't never in no kind of arguments. He don't want to even be in it. He don't even want to be in
You
it.
know it's bad if
But boy,
Pete like nah that we got it. Who matter? Can some who can do it from long range? What we doing?
she made Peter think he had everybody left in his life, boy.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I'm trying to figure out who had it worse though, because you had Scott and what's her name? Diamond chick.
Oh, Emma.
Emma Frost. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Scott and Emma Frost. Then you had Wolverine knew everything.
Yep.
You know what was messed up? Um, Carol Danvers popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's messed up because it's a real thing because the character wasn't popular in comics.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, dang.
But to me it would be easy to rehabilitate her, get her off of the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
put her back on the X-Men because I think she probably was more known for being running with the X-Men than running with the Avengers, especially during that time that her and Rogue got into it and Mystique and all of that. Put her back on the X-Men,
Mm-hmm.
and figure out a way to figure out a way for that dynamic to work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it can. You just
And,
gotta introduce it in the right way.
yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
And don't make her this all power. She gotta, you know what I'm saying? Because she
got to grow into that power.
right, she gotta grow into it.
Yeah.
She gotta grow into it and make her, I would say, since a lot of people just don't like it, because I'm gonna tell you this, I would leave Brie Larson as her, but give her real fucking emotions, real feelings.
Yeah.
She need to be needy. She need to be, you know what I'm saying? Where Rhodey
Mm-hmm.
at? Where that nigga Rhodey at? That she need to be, you know what I'm saying? Like she need to be on some shit like that. Like, damn, Carol, what the fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You supposed to be Captain Marvel. I know who the fuck. She need to have like an attitude, like not like a
I ain't gonna hold
I
you.
don't even know what the attitude would be.
Those lines that they gave Don Cheeto during the
What was that?
was one of the most corniest lines.
Was that Endgame?
I
What was that
I
Endgame?
think so. Hey, we're all about that superhero life here. I said,
He wrote them. Don Cheeto wrote that shit.
wait, hey, bro, hey, chill out, chill
Oh
out.
man, Don Cheeto.
Go get Terrence Howard. What Terrence Howard?
What Terrence? Come on, man. Come on,
Go get
man.
Terrence Howard, man.
Terrence Howard. Nah.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, give her a real love interest, give her something to care about. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Not just further, faster, whatever the fuck this shit, stronger, further, faster, whatever the damn slogan is. Give her some real humanize her. That's what they need to do. Humanize.
Yeah, you humanize Thor, but make her
A robot.
Yeah, it should be the total opposite.
It should be.
Yeah.
Should be. But
yeah, I really ain't understand that whole Thor thing. But jumping off of those comics for a second and jumping
my bad. I didn't
into
answer your question. I didn't answer your
oh,
question about
okay.
Taylor Swift. My bad. I don't Taylor Swift is Dazzler. I can see it because who the fuck is I mean, Dazzler was popular during that time period only because of that time period. You know what I'm saying? And now I don't know if you want to call her a meme or a joke or what, you know what I'm saying? But she's actually a powerful ass mutant.
Yeah.
And from my understanding, she's immortal. She's a external, like Cannonball. From my understanding, if I remember correctly.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I know I don't even know that much about Dazzler. like
It's
that.
not a
I mean,
lot. It's really
I've
yeah,
read comics with her in it,
with her in it. Yeah, it's
but
really not a lot to know. So that's what
yeah,
I'm saying. Taylor Swift come in, do a quick cameo,
she a
5 minutes.
face. Yeah, she a
Yeah,
face.
you know what I'm saying. Have her singing or whatever.
Kill off.
Maybe show her using her powers on somebody, some
Mm-hmm.
cannon fodder over here, and that's it. We
Mm-hmm.
don't see from her. I could see that happening.
Yeah,
I could
get
see
out
that
of there.
happening.
Because I still
So
don't know. I still don't know who the dude that played what's my man Bishop in
that's he's in Lupin. You ever watch Lupin on Netflix?
that's him.
That's him. Yep.
I don't know that.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's him. He was
I
in
mean
something else. I
he
can't
was in
remember.
there for he was in there for so little. He just like,
Yeah,
oh okay,
they
I
did.
guess.
See, I would like them to redo Age of Apocalypse, but how they, you know what I'm saying? Like, since we want to do multiverses or different universes, this would be the perfect time to do some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Since you know what I'm saying, like, give us these different like Age of Ultron should have been a multiversal story, right?
Right,
Age of Apocalypse is a multiversal story because it's not the main, it's not 616, it's an offshoot, it's a branch. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So
right.
to me, that shit would have worked. What's another one? The ultimate, you could have did the Ultimate Universe.
So Jonathan Hickman is actually redoing the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm not impressed. I'm really not.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm not.
Because then they hired Jonathan Hickman to get rid of the Ultimate Universe.
Right, and that's why
So
I'm saying I'm not impressed. This to me is it's a money grab right now.
yeah.
Marvel on the comic side of things, they don't have a direction that
Mm.
that they really want, especially on the Avenger side.
So speaking of that,
Yep,
so Doctor Eve Ewing
yep.
came out
Salute to her.
with the new Black Panther run.
Yep,
Um, so I'm gonna tell you this. This same book. I really like the cover on
that
this one.
cover. Yeah, that is a dope cover.
So I was just like, yeah, I gotta have that cover. So it's a different story. Introduced a lot of different characters.
Mm-hmm.
Artwork is phenomenal. Story is dope. Um, but do you see it gaining any traction?
It's a slow burn. It's slow. It's slow,
Mm-hmm.
and you're coming off of what was done by I forgot. I don't even want to call his name out, but you know what I'm saying. The bullshit that was done in the previous run, and to me, it's just too slow. I know they just
Mm-hmm.
introduced what's the entity start with a K.
I can't say the name.
Whatever that name. You know what I'm saying. I know they just introduced that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it could start speeding up, but yeah, it to me it's just too slow. This, you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate the Batman elements of this. I do.
Right, right,
You know what
right,
I'm
right.
saying? But
I mean, that's
is
basically
this
what it is.
right? But I want to see how does, you know what I'm saying? Can we lead him into getting his kingdom back? Can we lead him? You know what I'm saying? Like
I think she was
that's what I
writing
want to
about
see.
that, and that's what she was saying. Like she said, she didn't want to just give him that off the rip.
Mm,
Um, which I can understand, but also like I think a lot of readers are hurting for a good T'Challa story.
right.
Um,
And this
because
could end up and it could end up being a good T'Challa story.
right,
It's just
right,
slow to me.
right. It's I like it because it's something different, but it is a
Mm,
slow burn. It is very much so a slow burn. But I'm hoping that it does blossom into a better story. Like
right.
so, one of my favorite comic writers is Jonathan Hickman, and the
Mm-hmm.
reason why is that man can escalate a story.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say if you had to choose? What would be the best comic book run you ever read?
Ooh, best comic book run I ever read. It'll probably be something out of X-Men, maybe Claremont.
Okay.
Um, I liked It's probably all gonna be X-Men because I really hopped in the comics. You know what I'm saying during
X-Men.
that X-Men. You know what I'm
X-Men.
saying, and it was what was it? It was right before. It was right when Wolverine and when Wolverine got his adamantium ripped out. I can't
Okay.
remember what the name of that storyline was. Was it Executioner song? I want to say it was, and it had the hologram covers and shit. Like the shit was dope.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I really jumped into doing into reading comics and shit. So um probably that, maybe Avengers was boo boo. So I was of it, but they was boo boo. Like they was boo boo, man.
Yeah. They got a lot. It's a lot of Avenger stories, bro.
I'm gonna stick. I would say, fuck. It's a Spider-Man run that I like too. I like that Maximum Carnage. That Carnage run was
Mm-hmm.
vicious. I like that. Damn,
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know. Now
Yeah.
that now that I'm playing back, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't know.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so for me, like, so like I said, I'm really a big Hickman fan. So it's like when he did Fantastic Four,
Fantastic
I
Four.
would say that's
Yeah.
probably like the
Oh,
best. I would say that's probably like the best Reed
yeah.
Richards,
Fantastic
like
Four.
the
Yep.
Council of Reeds I've ever
Yeah.
seen. Like I've never seen somebody write Doctor Doom the way he did.
You know, I had
But
forgot about that. I had forgot about his Fantastic Four run.
yeah,
Yep.
ridiculous. But I will say for me, it's the Secret Wars where Doctor Doom becomes God King Doom.
Oh, that was Hickman.
That was Hickman. And the reason why is because you had so many different elements in it. You
Yeah.
had Doctor Doom's conflict, the fact that he got what he wanted. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, everybody was telling him that he wasn't doing what he needed to do.
What
Because
he needed to do.
You
Yep.
had Doctor Strange, like, man, I already don't know, bro. I was with you, but now I don't really know. So he done killed off Doctor Doom. Now
Yep.
he has, and Reed always had, like he has Sue, and he has Victoria and Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Like they his kids. So everybody know if you really know comics, you know who Franklin is.
Right.
Franklin ain't
Yeah.
nobody to play with. Franklin make you turn into a potato or something.
Yep.
So, but then on the other side, you had the Avengers from the Incursions come in, and you have the evolution of Reed Richards to actually get his family back. To because Reed has always been looked at as he's a family man, but he really don't participate in family. Like
Not at all.
he always trying to figure something out. Like he has a
Yep.
family, but he always trying to figure something out. But then you turn
He
around, like
be in
you
that
have
lab.
right. So you have Namor working with Thanos and his boys.
Mm-hmm.
You got
The Cabal.
right the Cabal. So you got
Mm-hmm.
T'Challa, who has now donned the Infinity Gauntlet for the first time. So he going up against God King Doom. You got who was it? Was it Scott that had the Phoenix Force at the time? I think Scott had the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, it was
So
the
he
Phoenix
trying,
Five at the time. Yeah.
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 So Scott trying to go against Doom, and Doom's just like handling everybody. So
No, Scott was the only one who had it at the time. He had and took it
yeah,
from
yeah,
everybody. Yep.
yeah.
You're right.
Scott
Yeah.
had it, so Scott went against him.
Mm-hmm.
So the only person you have that really is affecting this whole thing is Owen Reese.
Molecule. I was just about to say Molecule Man. Yep.
Owen Reese. So it was just crazy to see the elevation, like the evolution of the story, because you had Doctor Doom who could have just basically like controlled everything. He was like, you know what?
Everything. Yep.
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing what I need to. I'm gonna just give it up and gave the power up to Reed. And Reed.
Mm-hmm.
So Franklin helped get everything back in order. That's just crazy, but I don't know.
No, that I mean, and you got to think how long that ran too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long run.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Two years?
Well, because you went from Avengers, New Avengers. Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
you started off at everything started in where was it? What was it?
It was it After Dark Reign? Wasn't
It
after?
was the Dark Reign series. So the Dark
Yeah.
Reign series started. Then you
Mm-hmm.
had Avengers, New Avengers, and then you led into Secret Wars.
Yep.
Um, well, you had the X-Men run as well because you did do the Council of Reeds. So that was
Yeah.
tied in there and everything like that. But that's why I like the continuation of the story. Is just like, okay, so we've already read the story, but we never seen it like this. Because I read
Right.
like the first two Secret Wars, Secret Wars 1 and Secret Wars 2. Um, and in both of them, Doctor Doom is kind of like prevalent in it. You have Owen Reese, but it's a little different Owen Reese than
Yeah.
this one. Um, but
Yeah, because
and
this on Reese wasn't even the original on Reese.
no, no,
This was a
no,
different molecule man. He was,
yeah,
I forgot, they plucked him from some other world.
yeah. The Beyonders was going through like trying to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like kill off worlds and stuff like that. So I really, I really hope they get back to like good comic book writing, man. Like it's not. So I'm really hoping that like Eve, like I'm really hoping that everything goes well because it would be dope to have like T'Challa retake the mantle and like
Yeah.
we get,
I
well, the
like what she
mantle of
did
King.
with Photon. Like her that Photon miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she killed it. She didn't land the landing
Mm-hmm.
on that, but I thought it was pretty good. The pace was there.
Mm-hmm.
Um some issues kind of lost me because I'm like, what exactly are we doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But I thought overall it ended up pretty good. So I'm sticking with Dr. Ewan and I'm gonna ride it to the end, but
Right.
I just need her to
Right.
pick it up. Just pick
All right.
it up.
And Photon was a good one, man, because like Photon hasn't had like Marvel did Photon, like Monica Rambeau dirty, man.
Yeah.
She got her titles taken twice by the same person.
Yeah.
Genius Vale took
Yeah.
both of her titles. And it was like, yeah, nah, you gotta get something else. And it's just like she's finally settled in. So it'll be really interesting to see.
Every time you're right, 'cause every time I mean they made her the leader of the Avengers, moved her to
Mm-hmm.
the West Coast Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Then she disappeared for a while.
Mm-hmm.
She popped back up. She gets on the Ultimates, disappears again. She always a background character because she's so OP. It's hard to
Right.
really put
Right.
her in situation. But I'm like, to me, when you got these OP villains, or if you got a playground full of OP people, you should be able to write a good story involving these OP characters. But because I don't know if you notice, every time a big event happens, Blue Marvel disappears, Sentry
Mm-hmm.
disappears,
Yeah.
Photon disappears. Anybody with crazy reality warping powers
Mm-hmm.
disappear. You know what I'm saying? Like they figure out a way to just disinclude them in the
Mm-hmm.
storyline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Hulk disappears. Like anybody, they just make them
Yeah.
disappear, and it's like, well, shit.
Because if you
These
think
people
about
could have
it,
stopped this shit in a minute. This wouldn't
they
even.
did the same thing in what was it, Infinity War? No,
Yeah,
was it Infinity War?
Infinity. Yeah, with
No, it
uh,
wasn't. It wasn't Infinity War.
that was Infinity. No, that was Endgame. No,
What
yeah,
was
that
it?
was Endgame.
What was it? Where the Hulk and
Doctor Strange and all of them.
oh, I guess yeah, I guess so. At the beginning
Yeah,
of yeah.
at the beginning.
So
Yep.
yeah. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's definitely weird. I really want to see it. Like I really want to see because you have like these amazing characters and you just shelf them. Like you have an opportunity to pull Blue Marvel and put them out there and do something with them. Anything.
I don't. I don't think they want to pay. I think if they use them, I think they got to pay old buddy because he ain't been in Blue Marvel hasn't been in anything since the Ultimates. Of was it the
Well, he
Ultimates?
was he was in
No,
he
he
was
was in
in
Photon. He was in Photon.
well he was in
In the
New
issue of
Avengers
that.
New Avengers versus Avengers.
Yeah, you're right. He was in that.
He was in there. Yeah, he was in he wasn't in there
He was in
long.
that.
but he was in there.
Nah,
They killed him off real fast. Like,
I don't think they want to pay him, man.
nah, I don't
But
think
he
that's
got a
it.
dope story. His story, I think his story would be
No, it'll
one of
be
those good,
definitely yeah.
one of those good stories that you can tell shine
Mm-hmm.
some, because his story is, I hate to use the word woke, but you can do that without being called that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can do that without being called that if done correctly. If done correctly, it'll just work.
I think you
So
got to get somebody. I think you got to get a writer or a director that don't smell themselves. Like
yeah,
They ain't got a point to prove. They just got a story to write.
right.
Um,
That's the thing. That's what a lot of people say. You get these activist writers. They don't care about Spider-Man. They care about getting this whatever they, you know what I'm saying, uh
mm-hmm.
feel like that they need to write about. There's something that's got to do with them, self-inserts and stuff like that. Like, nah, man. We did
Nah, yeah.
like
That's a
you
lot.
see what they
That's a
doing
lot.
over there at DC with the original Green Lantern. Think about making him gay or have something, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Like, to
You
me,
have characters that you can use
yeah,
already. That's already gay.
got gay characters. Use them. Use them. That's just like black characters. You got black characters. Use them.
Okay, yeah,
Use them.
okay. But that's you have characters that are women. You don't want to use them. Like, I'm okay with certain changes and stuff. Like even in Black Widow, I would have been okay with making Taskmaster, a woman, but go
Mm.
all the way with it. So if you're not
Well,
gonna
give
give me
me
Tony, if you're not gonna give me Tony Masters, give me
Tony
somebody else.
Masters. Yeah, and that's what I was
Give
gonna
me.
say. Give me a good explanation. The reason why, or you don't give me, like you said, give me a good Tony Masters. Give me the reason. Because what they did, it was like the
They
program,
made
Taskmaster program or some
they
shit like
made
that.
you think that it was a dude in a suit
Right.
until the end of the movie.
I don't. They shouldn't even have unmasked. To me, they should have just kept the mask on.
No, they wanted you to see there was a woman that was hurt.
Mm. Keep the mask on. That would have been way better. Keep the mask on and have kind of like certain characteristics that maybe that they do. And then when you go back and rewatch, be like, hold on, that's some shit that a girl would do. Even like if she got hit and you hear like a little whimper, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying, and it's
mm-hmm,
feminine or whatever. Like, but we just don't know who underneath the mask.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. That to me, the legend of Taskmaster is that. Yeah, we know it's Tony Mask. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you don't really get to see up under that mask. You
And
don't
you
get to
don't
see
want
it,
to. You don't want
and you
to.
don't want to, right? You know what I'm saying? Hell, you don't even want to see it. If he in the building, you done anyway. Because you know what I'm saying? He get
But
down
ass
like
Cap.
that. So
But ass Cap.
yeah, but ass kept.
Cap ain't want to see that, man. Yeah,
Yep, he
nah.
get down like that. So
Yeah. I asked you
they
one more.
need. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, I said I was gonna ask you one more thing before we got out of here. Did you get a chance to check out the new Invincible trailer?
Yeah, I watched the new Invincible trailer. Before the cartoon came out, I was a Invincible fan. Image got
Mm-hmm.
some shit over there.
Oh, oh
I'm
yeah.
a big Image fan. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
they got Spawn. So,
yeah, that's top one, top two.
mm-hmm,
My favorite characters in all the comic book. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Because I was like black. It was a black dude. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It
you're
was a
right.
black. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
it's a black dude. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hold on, this Todd McFarlane doing this shit. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? Like
mm-hmm.
the crazy thing about Image back then, though, they were real diverse in the shit that they did. It was a lot of black characters that they did. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Black, female, whatever. Everything went when it went
right.
with Image back in the early '90s and all that shit, early mid '90s. That was to
Mm-hmm.
me, that was like one of the best comic book eras, that time
Right.
period. You know what I'm saying? I used to go and get that Wizard magazine, get that shit, flip through them pages. I go straight to the back and see how much my comics was worth. That's what I used to do. But they had a price guide back there, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
used to do that shit.
So
But
what you think? What you like? Because to me, the first season was
mm, top
dope.
tier, huh?
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a continuation. And I like the subtle changes that he is doing from the book. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I
Mm-hmm.
like that. I wonder how much of this season is gonna be book or it's gonna be original. That's really
Mm-hmm.
my big thing because um we really shouldn't see his dad this second season. We shouldn't even see him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I didn't get onto the Invincible comics until after I started watching the show, and that's when
Mm,
I went out and ran and started reading it because everybody was like, "Man, you gotta watch Invincible. You gotta watch Invincible."
yeah.
So I'm watching it, and I was just like, "It's alright. It's okay, man."
Nah,
It got it was
man,
like it
that
was
shit.
like it was like 5 minutes left in the first
Uh,
episode.
yeah.
He started. Hey, your girl. Oh no. I said, oh no. What's
Yeah.
Well, he started working everybody. I said, "Oh, this is crazy." Then you get
Yep.
to the what was it? Episode, I think it was the second to the last episode with a bus scene or the train
Oh
scene.
yeah, the train
I
scene. Yeah,
said,
he was
dog,
just holding
what
bloom,
is
bloom,
this?"
bloom, 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 bloom. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah. No, that was definitely
it's brutal. It's
like
but I mean, you say you read the
good
some of the
introduction.
comments, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's way
I
more
started
brutal
reading.
in the comments.
Yeah, yeah. No, I
Way more
started
brutal.
reading. I was like, dog, this is it's kind of insane, man. No, I'm definitely down. I definitely want to see um like where they go with it because I think it's a really dope thing, and if you can keep it going, like I think you got something real in your
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert. I don't want to give nothing away, but he got siblings. You know what I'm saying?
hands.
That he has. It's a rape scene in it
Mm-hmm.
in the book. He get
Mm-hmm.
raped. Yeah, like it's Kirk. Who the Robert Kirkland don't play, man.
Mm-hmm.
He did his
Yeah, man.
thing with this shit. He
Yeah,
did his
I'm
thing.
definitely, like I said, I'm definitely excited to see what they do. Um, it's a little bit more digestible to me than the boys. For your average
Yeah, I
viewer,
give you that. I give you that.
your average viewer is a little bit more digestible, but it's still real dope, man. But yeah, like there's some stuff on the horizon, man. I'm definitely excited to see where it goes.
And that's why Marvel gotta step they shit. Marvel and DC, they looking bad. They looking real flabby and sick, Larry Holmes right now because all of the independents or the
Hmm.
what I'm saying, people who aren't part of the big two, they coming in
Hmm.
hot, man. They coming
Yeah.
in hot. From the boys, Gen V, Invincible.
All right.
Um, what's the other joint? It's another one out there. I can't even think of. Either, but just the independence is they the one they
Yeah.
making money and they making these shows and these movies for less budget. That's what Marvel need to look at. You want to
Hmm.
have a successful movie, you got to lower your budget. Just to have better quality, do a better story, better, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But lower that budget, man, so you don't have to. But I think they can do that because I'm telling you, that shit it just was an eye opener. They don't even have a script when they go in to shoot.
Mm-mm.
They don't have a script, so they'll go in basically with notes, shoot a couple shit, then go back and say, "Hey, do you like any of this shit?"
Nope.
Okay,
Take it
what
back.
you know what I'm saying? So
Take
it's
it back.
like they're doing 2, 3, 4 reshoots that you know what I'm saying. Instead of just
Hmm.
shooting a movie
All right.
with a script, they got to go and do reshoots and rewrites and all
Because
types of shit like that.
they don't have good writers over there, man. That's honestly what it boils down to.
That is crazy. I heard that
It's
shit. I
good.
was like, how do you even how does that even work?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How does that work? Because you go in, start filming. Where do you start filming at? Like what you know what I'm saying? Because you film major. Doing a movie, it's not chronological order. You might start at the end, jump
Hmm.
around, do this. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're gonna get all the scenes where you got the red shirt
Whatever
on.
you need to shoot on that, yeah, whatever you
Right.
need to shoot on that
You
day.
know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I want to know how they even did it. Yeah, I know that shit costs money. That's money.
Hmm.
You got to go back and keep renting the place over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Once you show up that third time, whoever you trying to rent, they don't raise the price.
Hmm. And you
You
got
know
to
what
pay
I'm
that
saying?
actor, and you got to pay that actor, that actress
Yep.
more money every
That's
time you do it.
crazy. So yeah,
because
they gotta figure it out.
everybody got reshoots in their reshoot clauses
Right,
in
which
their
is fine.
contract. So.
I get it. But if you going butt naked, no script, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. But all right, Blue man. Like I said, it's always dope to have you here, man.
Oh yeah.
This is a regular thing for me now. So you know,
Okay.
yeah, we good in here. But I
I'm
definitely
with it. I'm
appreciate
with
you,
it.
man. Definitely appreciate you. Always appreciate your insight. Look up some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And with
Oh no,
comic book
it's
stuff,
gonna
it's
be fun.
always something. So
It's
so we
always
gonna we gonna
yeah.
figure it out.
It's lit, man. Philadelphia is hot for me right now.
Okay.
Like I said, Spawn, the whole Spawn universe I'm reading, and they doing a crossover with Spawn and Savage Dragon in Philadelphia coming up. I want to say it's Savage
Okay.
Dragon. I know it's Spawn for most deaf is Spawn, but I think Savage Dragon also. Salute to Eric Larson. That dude him and Todd McFarlane, they just won't stop.
Okay.
Savage Dragon is black too, by the way. I don't if people know that. Well, I know he got a black kid. His kids is black, but
yeah, because the dude,
you know what I would like to see?
What's that?
Remember Witchblade had a show back in the day? TNT?
Yeah.
They need to redo that. I think
I
that'll
will
work
watch it.
in today.
I will watch it. I think like a lot of these like different shows, like even like when everybody was in there talking about, oh yeah, Blue Beetle came out. I was like, man, I used to watch Blue Beetle on TV.
Yeah.
I used to watch the show. But like a lot of these shows, like these small shows, like if you look at animation is a way to get your characters out there for people to see it. Like before you bring them to the big screen, if you see like a character that you wanna test the market on, do it in animation. Because it's cheaper and it's quicker to get it out.
Way quicker. And it's going
So
straight to the audience. That new audience that you're trying to get is going straight to them.
Right. So if you're trying to introduce a new character, you trying to figure out how you about to do this X-Men, how you gonna write them, put them out there. Fantastic Four, let's see what happens. Like let's test it out and see what you get. But I remember they tried to do the Ultimates for they did an Ultimate TV show, like a cartoon or something like that. But I think it was Earth's Mightiest Heroes or something like that. Was that the one? It might have been Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes, yeah.
But
because they did a lot of story. Earth Mightiest Heroes had a lot of they took a lot of things from the comic. Kane Dynasty, the Spider-Verse,
Kree Skull War.
Yep, Kree Skull War.
Kree Skull War.
No, what's God did the Spider-Verse? Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
With Nick Fury, and they did the Spider-Verse. Like they figure out how to take. They do it way better than the MCU do it too. You know,
X-Men showed it perfectly. X-Men took the comics and was like, you know what?
Yep.
Let's throw it all out there. They had to get rid of all them characters, so they had to do something different. That's why.
But I give the X-Men animated series. I give them credits on this. Every character they used them, from Sabretooth to Mr. Sinister, Apocalypse, Magneto. All everybody who was in that little splash, good guy versus bad guy, they used all of them.
Yeah,
Avalanche, Omega Red, they used them all. Yeah,
I'm about to go back and watch
Sauron. Like who the fuck cared about Sauron? They using Sauron. I'm telling you, they did. Kazar popped up. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, nobody asked for that. But yeah, we're gonna see. Now I hope they start doing some new stuff.
Yeah.
But where can everybody reach you at, man?
Blues House on YouTube, at Blues House on YouTube, and at Blues House 1 on Instagram. That's where you can find me at. Just uploaded some new videos and trying to get some clips up and moving. So y'all check me out there. Check me out.
Blue, that's BLU. Spell it right.
Yep, BLU.
Spell it right.
No E. Take the E off.
BLU. Spell it right.
Yep.
But I appreciate you, man, and we're gonna check you out next time.
Most def.
All right, bro. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.